Hello viewers, welcome to Mojo for Industry. Joining us today is the leadership team of APAR Industries, a company that has consistently played a significant role in strengthening India's power and connectivity backbone. With rapid electrification, renewable integration and smart infrastructure transforming the industry, we are here to understand APAR's strategic direction and what next for the leadership team. So, electrification and the cable industry and the conductor industry, we've seen a vast growth in the last decade or so. So what do you see in the coming future, like in the coming 5 years? Where do you see these industries going? Can you put some light over there?
But with all this renewable energy coming in, it's a major driver for both the conductor cables, also a lot of data centers. These are other drivers, also electrification for the railways and other applications, and also with the ESG movement in the world, there's also a clean energy kind of format where electricity is the best form, for that to replace many other polluting energies. So this means a lot of more electrification, generation, transmission, distribution in which conductors, cables are being used. So we see going forward a very strong growth, and of course need to have more robust system with lesser line losses so that we are reaching international levels. And it's very heartening to see even a lot of reforms being done by the government of India through the RDSS scheme and other schemes, which can now see the various utilities, especially in the distribution side, have turned overall as a country into the black. For so many decades, we were always in a negative and they were having a lot of financial difficulty. So the AT&C losses in India from 27%, which used to hover about 10 years ago, it's now down to about 15%. And further, government is looking at bringing it down to 11% or so. It's like a world standard. So there are other industries, C&I industries, solar, renewable, which will also, increase the overall growth in the country. And in turn will drive various components like transformers, conductors, switch gears.
Yes, so can you put some number over there, like how many % do you see the growth or something like that?
So depending on different products, like we are seeing transformation capacity growing at a faster rate compared to transmission industry. Transmission this year has been having some issues with the right-of-way problem. So that we are seeing about 5 to 10% growth, but that is more because of other bottlenecks in the system. If those bottlenecks are taken care of, then we could see more than 10% growth per annum on that side. Mind you, with a increasing base year after year. On the transformation capacity, with the type of renewable energy and all, we are seeing the growth actually at 15% plus. So a lot of new capacities are coming in throughout the country. And of course, that will also spur not only the domestic growth, but export growth.
Congratulations, Chandrashekhar, so for the role that you recently took over. So with the rapid electrification, renewable energy expansion and smart infrastructure growth, how is APAR as a company repositioning itself to meet evolving cable and connectivity demands?
Look, but the world is becoming practically all electric world. So in every wake of our operations, you see in the be it electric vehicles, be it power supplies, that means power generation, the renewable power generation, solar, wind, electric cars, electric buses, trucks that are coming. So we are there, we are focused ourselves, our portfolio to address these demands. And these demands basically are quite stringent demands. So we have positioned our products accordingly. Look at the trains. Now you are having no diesel trains, it's only electric trains everywhere. Not only that, we are looking at that Make in India program, all the ships, warships and all the submarines and all these are also requiring cable. So we are there everywhere, if you ask me.
Right. So are you focusing more on domestic infrastructure opportunities in India, exports or new global partnerships to drive the future?
Domestic, the development in India is presenting huge opportunity across verticals, as you can see. Look at the infrastructure that is coming up, the industry that is coming up to support that infrastructure. Look at the new age industry like data centers and all. So it's a huge opportunity that we have in domestic. So it is only obvious that we have positioned ourselves and we are building our capacities accordingly so that we can cater to this. Also on the housing side, with this PM Awas Yojana and all that, and this housing thing going up, we are also providing housing wires, and in that we are providing the no halogen, low fire kind of wires, APAR Anushakti wires with the E-beam technology. So on the housing also there is a huge demand and we are well positioned ourselves. And at the same time for exports, we are focused on export. We were doing good in US. There was a bit of a blip because of the tariff thing in US. We used that opportunity to diversify our supply, this base that we are catering to through other countries. Plus in US is a long-term story. So we have created APAR USA LLC, a dedicated company to focus on USA. And there we are going step by step in establishing our brand as a long-term player in the USA market.
Welcome to Mojo for Industry, Gaurangi ma'am. Ma'am, so APAR has been expanding aggressively in the high performance conductors and specialty cables for over a decade or so. So what are your plans for the growth for the next 3 to 5 years?
Sure. I think, energy has never been more in demand than it is today. With the amount of infrastructure development, the rising global energy needs. So there's a switch from power generation, which is going electrical. We also have so much demand for energy due to the rise in technology, data centers, AI. All of this runs on electricity. And so there's been a boom and we're just riding the wave with it. And we're really excited to see how this electrification journey maps out.
So you just spoke about the rising demand, right? So, rising demand globally as well.
Yes.
So for grid modernization and renewable integration, how is APAR positioning itself to capture the international opportunities?
So first, grid modernization, I think that's the need of the hour across all countries. So whether it's in India or, the US markets, all geographies, this rise in electricity, you need better HTLS conductors, more efficient, low loss, low sag conductors. So there's a huge reconductoring that we're going to see across the globe. And that's where I think the top of line, we have the best quality products and services. We even do turnkey solutions within India. And so that's where we really come into the picture. And across international markets, we have UL approved products on the cable side for the US market. And then even our conductors, we've been in the US for more than a decade. We've been in Europe, we're entering Africa, our neighboring South Asian country. So I think this is a global need of energy and electrification.
Welcome to Mojo for Industry, Yuvraj sir. I was just going around the booth and I heard everybody talk about you, that you are the AI and digitalization specialist for APAR. So I would like to know, how are you inculcating these technologies into the APAR Industries and how are you taking it ahead from here?
So there are many different initiatives going on at APAR in relation to digital transformation, automation and AI. So the way I like to think about it is I break them down into the different departments that they affect. So for example, manufacturing. In manufacturing, we have various facilities using machinery which are hooked up to IoT sensors. So IoT sensors essentially tell us the parameters of the machine, their run speed, the temperature, a lot of different factors which affect the yield. So we have a wealth of data now telling us all of these things, and how that's helpful for us is it helps us reduce our raw material costs and also improves our manufacturing speed. So that's one example in the manufacturing department. Another example in automation is currently we were serving our customers quotations through manual interventions, from making them on Excel, emailing them out, speaking to our factories. However, we've since automated that using a pricing tool. So we've built in all our pricing logic into this tool, and now within minutes, a customer can receive a quotation. There's also ways we've done it in sales enablement. So utilizing all of the data that we have at scale, we're able to give salesmen more information and more content which is relevant to them to utilize for their interactions with customers. And we've been using a CRM very effectively, so a customer relationship management tool. It's become mandated for all of our sales team to use that to document all of their interactions with the customers.
Take our viewers through this stall about what over here you have displayed and what's there in the store for the visitors and maybe people who've missed coming to show. It's a very passion-related project for us. We wanted to curate a different narration of APAR. If you see the whole stall, it's very uplifting. Yes, the lighting, the energy, the mood, it's very vibrant. So the narration was very clear, the idea was very clear. We want to keep more of open spaces. Product has to be highlighted. If you see the center panel, I think it gives you a very close, clear-cut image that how the profiling is, how the products are highlighted, how the USPs are highlighted out here. I think which is the talk of the entire stall out here. So we are catering to house wires, we are catering to data centers out there, we are into renewable energies. On this side we have purely dedicated fire alarm and fire survival cables. So I think how we display our products in a unique way, yet make them feel very impactful, avoid the clutter, keep the products in a very highlight environment, and of course we have built up something very unique for the very first time, the anamorphic graphics. So whatever solution we are providing, we have kind of done a very nice 3D visualization of the products for a normal consumer also to understand that how our products are making sense and contributing to the infrastructure which is booming in India right now. I think that was the thought process, and I think our vision has come into reality, and I must say the entire credit goes to the team. It's been months and months of hard work which is reflected here. It's clear that APAR Industries is not only adapting to industry transformations but actively shaping the future of sustainable and electrical intelligence. This is Mojo for Industry, bringing you exclusive industry conversations from the ground. Stay tuned for more updates and expert highlights from the heart of India's electrical ecosystem.